All right, it's my pleasure right now to be joined by another big-time recruit by head coach Kim Mulkey and the LSU women's basketball program, Aalyah Del Rosario. Aalyah, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're up in Tennessee, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, taking time between classes here. We really appreciate it. Tell me why LSU and why Coach Mulkey?
When I first came to the United States, the first college basketball program I started watching was Baylor under Coach Mulkey. I like the way she coached post players. I like the intensity, how she coached. She's more than a coach. She cares about you in a personal level, and like I just was fascinated the way she would do things with players at Baylor, and I've started following since I came to the States. So since seventh grade, I've been a fan of her work as a coach. And I mean, when I went to LSU and I took my visit there, I had this feeling in my gut that this was the place I needed to be under Coach Mulkey and the staff. So
And she's got a great history with post players as well, right?
yes, sir, she does.
I noticed that you mentioned Bob Starkey also, the legendary assistant coach. He made an impact on you also?
Yes, he did. I had a conversation with him about like all the post players he coached, all the great players he coached, like Shaquille O'Neal, Sylvia Flyles, Simone Augustus. So those are examples like of players that have been a huge impact at LSU. And for me, I want to be one of the huge impact at LSU. So in order for me to do that, I have to come to a place where that has been done under coaches that have done that before.
So last year, you and your high school teammate, Angelica Velez, a four-star point guard, you win the state championship together, and you're both coming to LSU now.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right.
What kind of player is she? How would you describe her?
She's a true leader. She's a true point guard. She do what it takes to win. Like she would sacrifice her scoring abilities to make sure that everybody gets the chance to score on the court. Um, I mean, we know each other in seventh grade. We play AAU together. She's my best friend, so I've been knowing her for the last 7 years. I've been in the United States, and like she's just. I feel like without her, I wouldn't be able to go through what I've been through here at the web school and win a state championship with her. I feel like she has been a huge impact in my life when it comes to basketball and also as a person.
And I want to get into some of your history too. I find it fascinating all the places you've been, but the two of you were also in New Jersey together, right?
Yes, sir. We went to Train Catholic Academy together.
And the school was closed because of COVID.
The school was closing down because yeah, COVID hit, and then the money they had no money left, so they decided to change the name of the school under a different name. But that was before we found out it was closing down because they had no money left.
And then so you both end up in Tennessee.
Yes, sir, we did.
Okay. How did that come about?
So she was supposed to come here first, and I was actually in the Dominican Republic visiting my family, and I got a call from my AU coach saying that I need to go back to the States real fast because they school was closing, and I needed to make a decision if I want to stay in the Dominican Republic or come to school with Angelica. So I made a last minute decision to come to the web school, and until today's day, I don't regret coming here because it's been an amazing experience here.
That's amazing. And what you're joining as I'm sitting here talking to you, LSU is undefeated. Angel Reese is a Player of the Year candidate. What about teaming up with Angel Reese on the block? What's that going to be like?
I feel like it's gonna be really fun to watch. It's gonna be a cool experience. It's gonna be really good for me to be able to play with her, go against her in practice, learn for her, and it's gonna be fun to be able to play with her in college because not every time, not you're never gonna get an opportunity to play with a player as injuries. So it's gonna be a really cool experience for me.
What about her style and her personality and all this that's really kind of, maybe attracted some people to the game who weren't women's basketball fans?
I mean, she has a great personality. I feel like she does not care about what other people say. She will do what it takes to win, and she will like block all the noise and do what she needs to do, which is she's a really good player, and in my opinion, I think she's one of the best players in college right now.
Did you see her comments after the game the other day about people say I'm too ghetto, I'm too hood, I'm this and that? Did you see that?
Yes, I did, and I feel like coming from where I come from, which is a third world country, um, for me, this is I feel like women's basketball needs to be able to understand that we are women and we show emotions as the boys do too. And it's okay to for us to do stuff that it don't look right, but for us it's normal to show emotions. So I feel like people on social media are gonna say what they need to say, but for me, it's just like you need to be able to show emotions with a basketball game because it's not just only for you to do stuff like not be able to show how you feel, how like when you block somebody, you be able to need to show emotions, because you getting that out of your system.
Absolutely. I mean, you're in front of 7, 10, 12,000 people. I mean, you got to have a pulse,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, that's right.
And then Michaela Williams is in your class as well, from the Shreveport Bossier area. She plays for Bossier. I'll get that right. High school in Bossier Parkway. Both of you are up for like National Player of the Year awards and stuff like that. What kind of player is she?
I mean, she's a player that will make a huge impact in the game. She I mean, I played one time. I played against her AU team over the summer last year, but she was not playing. My first time watching her play was last year doing AAU. Before she hurt, I think she was out. I don't know what happened to her. But she was just doing everything on the court that it would take to win the game, and she's like a true player. Will like risk anything and will help the team to win.
And the fourth member of the class is Janae Kent. She's from the Chicago area. What kind of player is she?
I mean, I haven't really watched her play, or I haven't really had the chance to have a conversation with her, like get to know her a little better. But I hope that when we get to LSU, I can, I'm really good connecting with people. So I hope when we get to LSU, we can connect really good and like be able to know like we all four of us will be a huge part of the LSU program when it comes to like the different style of play, the different personalities. So yeah.
Awesome. A few more things before you got to get back to class. By the way, what's the next class today?
I have strength and conditioning. So
Oh, okay.
even though it's basketball season, I like to take classes that like that to keep me in shape and keep me like on task with my toning my body. So I have that class next, and then I'm free. I have a free period.
Got you. What are you going to major in? You know?
I was thinking about international studies. I'm majoring in international studies and I'm minor in business. I want to go travel around and like learn languages. Since I already know two of them, which is English and Spanish. I want to learn more languages and go travel and do business with people, help kids like me, like myself, that came from another country with nothing, to be able to make something out of nothing.
That's awesome. Great message. As you're coming to LSU right now, LSU is obviously doing very well. They haven't lost a game as we're sitting here. Their story hasn't been written yet. But as you come to Baton Rouge, is the talk amongst the four of you in this class, hey, we're going to Baton Rouge to win national championships, to be a national power?
I mean, for me personally, I do want to win the national championship. I want to be able to do anything and whatever it takes to win a national championship. But in order for all of us to do that, we need to come in with the mindset that we need to get better. Every day is a new opportunity to get better and better. And it's not going to take 1 year straight to win a national championship. It's going to take hours in the gym, time, practice, workouts, put in extra time in the gym when nobody's watching. So I feel like for all four of us, I mean, we never have that conversation, but I feel like what's gonna take is our work ethic and our time, like outside of the gym, like doing stuff that people don't see behind closed doors.
Do you kind of stay away from social media to an extent and reading things about how great you are or how great the class is? That rat poison, as Nick Saban would call it, right?
I mean, I'm not a huge social media. I don't be on social media that much. So sometimes I really don't know what's going on social media, and people have to tell me and send me stuff that's going on social media. But what's going on social media is just like people being haters, and people are gonna hate no matter what. And I feel like haters are your biggest fans. They're gonna hate, but if they watching you, they're gonna be watching all your games just to hate you, and they're gonna be talking about you and saying stuff about you for no reason and just to say stuff. So I feel like your haters are your biggest fans, and I really don't be paying attention to that.
Good for you. And typically they have nothing to do. That's why they're sitting there at the computer
Yeah.
while you're out working hard to be a five-star. Before I let you go here, we're bouncing all around, but you were originally born in Texas, right?
That's correct. I was born in Texas.
So you're born in Texas, you go back to the Dominican Republic,
Yes.
and then it's kind of discovered that, hey, you can play basketball and you should go to the States.
Yes. Actually, my mom, the reason I was born here is my mom came here to play in the UCO in Texas, Jacksonville. And then she didn't know she was pregnant with me when she first came to the States. So then when I was born, she took me back to the Dominican Republic until I was like 10 years old. And I came to the United States for the first time when I was 10. And then I got sent back because something happened with my papers or something like that. I don't know what happened. Uh, but I got homesick. Yeah, I got homesick, and my mom sent me back for me. She asked for me to send me back, and then I stood there for like 3 years, and I came back the second time to the United States when I was in seventh grade, and since then I haven't been like back to live there again.
Now, your family, for the most part, is still in the Dominican Republic, right?
Yes, I have a sister here now. She came last year. I think it was October, yeah. Then past 2022, so 2022. But the rest of my family is back home. I have an uncle, but I was like between because I used to move in school, so I was in boarding school most of the time, so I was never home. So he was part of it, but since I was bouncing around between boarding schools, I didn't really had a chance to like be around him a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this sounds like you've had to kind of grow up in a hurry. I mean, most
Yeah,
people they can hug their parents when they go home and everything. I mean, you've been very independent to an extent.
yeah, I've been by myself pretty much since I was 12, so it kind of made me realize that not everybody is gonna go through the same struggles. So you have to appreciate everything that happens to you in
Yeah.
life.
And this is your true love of the game as well. This is what you're sacrificing to get where you are.
Yes, that's true. I mean, I've been playing basketball since I was 6 years old, and both of my parents are basketball players, and they never told me, "Oh, you need to play basketball." I just fell in love with the game without people telling me, "Oh, because your parents play basketball, you need to play basketball." You know.
Do you occasionally get to go home and see them, or how's that?
Um, I very rarely I get to go home. Like maybe over the summer. Like I went last year over the summer, and I only went there for like 3 days, and I have to come back here because that's when I found out I was gonna come to the web school. But it's been a year and a half since I haven't been home. But I get to talk to my parents every day.
Yeah, I was going to say technology, FaceTime, and things like that make it a little easier.
Yeah, I get to talk to them every day. I tell them about. They were the first ones to know about LSU. Um, my mom tried to talk to Coach Mulkey on the phone. I mean, of course I have to translate, but she talked to Coach Mulkey on the phone, and like Coach Mulkey let her know that I was gonna be being taken care of at LSU, and LSU was the place for me.
Awesome. Well, look, I really appreciate your time, Aalyah. You're very nice to talk to. We look forward to covering you when you come to Baton Rouge. And best of luck this year going for back-to-back state titles, right?
That's right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.